Hey there, Heather. Hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome to yet another OOTP Legends League video. It's not a game of the day. Everyone is off today. As we take a look, see, everyone is off today. So there's no games today. Nothing at all. Feels like nothing at all. Nothing at all. I do have to technically take a look at the league schedule for a few days because I have to make sure that Kansas City, Tampa, Arizona, and Colorado does not double book. Kansas City is not double booked. Tampa is not double booked. Good. Arizona is not double booked. And Colorado is not double booked. Okay. 29. Kansas City 85. Tampa Bay. And they're 2020. Oh, they are double booked. So, so that means we have to throw the 2020 team earlier in the day for Tampa. Colorado, Arizona, fine. Okay. Arizona, let's see here. 135 and Tampa's 135. It is a Saturday game, so we'll move the 2020 Rays game to 7:30. And on the 31st, it's 2:35 and 7:05. Okay, so that's fine. And then, yeah, the two Seattle teams, but they play in different stadiums. The Mariners Legends play at Kingdom, Mariners play at Safeco. Kansas City is not double booked. Tampa is not double booked. Arizona's not double booked. And Colorado's not double booked. Okay. June 4th, Tampa goes back to being double booked. That's a Thursday, so we are forcing the 2020 team to play in the afternoon. Kansas City is not double booked. Arizona is not double booked. Colorado is. So Colorado and Tampa, the seasonal teams have to play in the afternoon. 7:05, 7:35. So yeah, it's a Friday, so we'll throw those guys in at 1 o'clock. Colorado 7:05 and 7:35. That will be a 1 o'clock start, a local time. 1:35 and 1:05 on Saturday. We're gonna throw 2020 Rays into a nighttime thing. Colorado 3:35, 2007 at 2:35. So they're gonna go 8:35 local time in Colorado. Yep. And then June 7th is the bye week. Anyway, so let's look at the standings. Well, let's look at the batting leaders. The batting average, the 93 Blue Jays, John Elrood, a 408 average, just like normal. Bob Musial, the 27 Yankees, is batting second, 370. The Splendid Splitter, Ted Williams, with a 368 average. Home runs, Mark McGwire of the Oakland Legends with 22. Jim Edmonds and Jimmy Fox trailing with 16. RBIs, Frank Robinson of Baltimore, 49. Joe Carter, Toronto, and Hank Greenberg of Detroit, both with 46. So none of these guys have had two of the top three spots. Ty Cobb leads in stolen bases with 30. Oler leads in the OPS on base plus slugging. Battle War, most valuable, Tris Speaker of the Red Sox, 3.3. Hitting streak, the 23 game, Ed Morgan. Earned run average, Mike Cuellar of Baltimore leads with a 201. Mike Scott, 206. Jimmy Hellickson, 213. Smokey Joe Wood has 9 wins. Randy Johnson, the most strikeouts for the Mariners Legends at 97. Accuracy, the most saves at 15. Pitcher War, Jesus Sanchez of Kansas City, Mike Messina of Baltimore. And the winning streak, Cheap Bender's got 10 straight wins, trying to catch Walter Johnson's mark. National League, Rogers Hornsby leads the batting title at 379 for the Cardinals Legends. Miami's Miguel Cabrera second at 359, and the 0-1 Diamondbacks Mark Grace 356. Home runs, Prince Fielder of the Brewer Crew with 17, the Brewers Legends. Mike Schmidt for both the Phillies and the 1980 affiliation with 16. Eddie Matthews with 49 RBIs for Atlanta. Miguel Cabrera and Fred McGriff, 45 each. Cabrera is the only one that's 2 out of 2 triple crown things. Johnny Evers of the 1906 Cubs with 29 stolen bases. Miggy Cabrera, OPS on base plus slugging. Andy's most valuable guy wins above replacement. Mike Schmidt's got a 21 game hitting streak. Earned run average, Andy Bennett's a 138. Phil Niekro, 187. and Jack Pfister of the 1906 Cubs on one non-fall. Mets with 9 wins. Koufax the most strikeouts with 74. Sergio Romo of San Fran Legends with 17. Phil Niekro, best win replacement. So anyway, let's take a look at the sub-league. As of right now, the Royals are the top team in the AL. Boston second. Oakland third. Houston fourth. And Detroit fifth. So yeah, so Kansas City, Boston, Oakland, Houston, and Detroit lead their divisions, I think. We should have just did expanded standings. Okay, expanded standings. The Red Sox Legends lead the Orioles Legends by 2 in the AL East. The Yankees 7 back. The 3 seasonal teams back. Their AL Central, Kansas City leads Cleveland and the White Sox by 10 each. AL West, Oakland leads Seattle by 5 and the Angels Legends by 6. Go. AL North, Detroit leads Toronto by 1 and Minnesota by 2. Toronto's close. The AL South, the Astros Legends lead Texas by 4 and Tampa by 6. No seasonal team is in the top 3 in the American League. The NL East, the Mets Legends lead Cardinals Legends by 6 and the Phillies Legends by 7. The Reds Legends lead the Pirates Legends by 3 and the Cubs Legends by 5 in the Central. In the West, LA leads San Fran by 2 and Arizona by 10. And now North, Montreal leads Colorado by 4 and Milwaukee by 5. Legends. And the NL South, Miami leads Atlanta by 1, San Diego by 5. Every seasonal team is 4th or worse in the division. So, yeah, I guess by wild cards. Well, by sub-league, Kansas City and LA both have 11 losses. They're leading their divisions. The worst team in the AL is the 2020 Rays with 14 wins. The 2001 Diamondbacks have 12 wins. Wildcards. Royals, Oakland, Houston, Detroit, and Boston would be your top 5. With Baltimore, Texas getting the 2 of the 3 wildcards, Toronto and Seattle are tied. The 93 Blue Jays are the top seasonal team in the American League. And then at NL, the Marlins, Reds, Expos, Dodgers, and Mets would be your 5 automatic spots. Giants, Braves, and Padres Legends would be your 3 wild cards. The 54 Giants are the best of the seasonal bunch. So that's that. So let's take a look at the 5 leaders. Kansas City, Wilson, Sweeney, Brett, Gabriel Garcia coming in to play shortstop. Beltran, Dye, Mayberry, White, and Porter. Your catchers. Jared Porter would be more for St. Louis, I must admit. Jesus Sanchez, Carrica, Brett Sabag, and Sakaranki, Kevin Napier. Yeah, Kansas City got lucky with 2 guys coming in. On the injured list, nobody's on the injured list. That's good. Oakland Legends. Ricky, LaJoie, Fox, McGuire, Giambi, Simmons, Seibold, Tejada, and Steinbach. Well, Seibold is in for the injured Reggie Jackson, who's hurt. Grove, Waddell, Bender, Plank, and Hudson, your starters of sorts. Injured list. Well, Reggie Jackson's out 2 to 3 weeks with a rotator cuff strain, so he should be okay-ish. Houston, you have Cesar, Biggio, Bergman, Bagwell, Kemeny, Glenn Davis at DH, Hidalgo, Vaughn, and Osmus, your main guys. Jared Richards, Scott Oswald, Shane Reynolds, and Don Wilson, your relievers. And the organization injured list, Xavier Hernandez up 5 months, so he's out pretty much for the whole year. I mean, he's been out since 2014, so I think you should I think the Astros might actually even dump him off one of these days in the free agency draft and see who would want him. Detroit Tigers legends, Ty Cobb with Gehringer, Greenberg, Cash, Heilman, Higginson, Trammell, Evans, and Bill Freehan. Your starting lineup: Verlander, Scherzer, Bunning, Newhouser, and Jack Morris. Your rotation injured list: nobody. So Detroit has no one on their injured list. Boston, Speaker, Garcia Parra, Williams, Ortiz, Rice, Lynn, Pedroia, Fisk, and Collins. Clemens, Cy Young, Smokey Joe, Wakefield, and Lester. Your rotation, organization, injured list. Ruben Melendez out 10 months. Well, who cares about him? I think he's basically dead duck. I would probably just release the guy and you know just give him his walking papers. He's not needed. All right, so the wild cards: Baltimore, one wild card team. You have Seisler, Roberts, Ken Williams, Frank Robinson, Boog, Ripken, Robinson, Blair, and Dempsey. A lot of people are like, these are all Baltimore Orioles. Well, technically, no. Most of them were St. Louis Browns players. St. Louis Browns became the Baltimore Orioles in 1954. Palmer, Messina, Bedard, Chalker, and Cuellar are your rotation. Injured list: Baltimore has three guys out. Mike Boddicker will be out 2 weeks with scar tissue. He should be okay if he's lucky. Jim Johnson, shoulder inflammation, should be out till August. He hasn't played since this year, so Jim Johnson would be good in the bullpen. And Eddie Murray, fractured thumb. He's out for a month. Guy was doing decently for the Orioles legends. That's why they have George Seisler being first base and Boog Powell being DH. Texas, the second wild card. Kinsler, Hamilton, Howard, Palmero, Lungo, Pudge, Nelly Cruz, and Buddy Bell. Pudge. Pudge. Nolan, Fergie, Rogers, Bosman, you're five. Three guys. Pete Rickard out 3 weeks with torn triceps. Leo Franco with an ab muscle out for a month. He's starting to get home runs. He only played 27 games last year. Woody held a fractured hand. He was the shortstop for Texas for a while, 7 RBIs. So that's practically why Mike Young is your shortstop. Although Mike Young would be a better. And the Blue Jays, well, I'm a Blue Jays guy. Robbie Alomar, Batista, Carter, Delgado, Olerud, Devo, Sean, Fernandez, and Buck, the main guys. Halliday, Key, Wells, Steven Guzman. Guzman, don't we have? I think we have someone injured because Guzman would not be really a starter. Nope, we don't. Okay, fair. All right, so that's the American League. Let's head to the National League. Marlins. Hanley Ramirez, Derek Lee, Cabrera, Mickey, Giancarlo, Sheffield, Kotze, Lowe, Infante, and Johnson. Beckett, Johnson, Brown, Burnett, Willis, your front five. Injured list: Moises Alou, high ankle sprain, out 3 weeks. He was the left fielder for the team, 59 RBIs. He was 26 RBIs in 27 games, and he got hurt. I don't know what he's coming back to. I think Kotze will have to be flung out. And since he Reds, Joey Morgan, Pete, Votto, Clue, Eric Davis, O'Neill, Larkin, Bench Boone, the main guys. Vandermeer, Maloney, Rijo, Soho, and Cueto. Your rotation injured list. Ernie Johnson out 3 weeks. Ligament surgery. Played for the 57 Braves. The Reds decided to take him in the free agency draft. He's out. Tony Cucuzelo played 19 games. He was the backup. I think he was the backup second baseman. I think Morgan was hurt. Yeah, but he was pretty much the backup. But he'll be back. Ben McPhee, we don't know when he'll be back. I think Morgan got hurt or something last year. Yeah, and he had to come in. Monreal, Tim Raines, Soriano, Flatty, Dawson, Nick Johnson, Carter, Staub, Mulligan, Brooks, your main roster. Front five: Pedro, Strasburg, Dennis, Gio, Steve Rogers. Rogers just really sucks. 1-5. Injured list: nobody. Thank goodness for that. And the Dodgers: Jackie, Kemp, Herman, Duke, Garvey, Hodges, Guerrero, Campy, and Reese. Colfax, Nomo, Kershaw, Fran Masuela, and Fonz. Your rotation injured list: Bill Russell, not the basketball player, but the Dodgers shortstop, 3 to 4 weeks. He only played 43 games last year. He was the main shortstop before Pee Wee had to come in. Now he's hurt again. So Pee Wee will probably be the main guy, the shortstop. The Metros: Jose Reyes, Hernandez, Pizza, Strawberry, Kent, Bonilla, Cleon, Hojo. I guess David Wright may be hurt. Well, 74, Richie Ashburn. Gooden, Seaver, Dickey, Cohn, Fernandez. Organization, injured list. Yep, David Wright's out for a month. 22 home run guy. He was the third baseman, and now he's out for a month. Bud Harrelson, torn quad. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. The main shortstop for the Mets. I think Reyes has to come in, right? Yeah, Hojo and Reyes. Hojo. San Francisco, first wild card. Mathewson, Marichal, Jason Schmidt, Hubble, Lincecum. Lincecum 7-0. Back of the rotation. Robbie Thompson, Bill Terry, May, Spawns, McCovey, Kevin, Mitchell, Ott, Posey, and Travis Jackson are your main starting lineup. Injured list. Gary LaFell out 3 months, shoulder inflammation until August. He was pretty good. 1.67 ERA. The Giants really need him back. And Orlando Cepeda, intercostal strain 2 weeks. 12 games, 8 RBIs. I think Mike Donlin. Has had to be drafted into the squad. But yeah, Cepeda would be good for the Giants. Atlanta Braves, second wild card. Giles, Matthews, Aaron, Chipper, Rico, Cardi, Lopez, Adcock, Furco, and Andrew Jones. The rotation: Negro, Spawn, Millwood, Glavin, and Zane. Injured list: Greg Maddox out torn elbow ligament 3 weeks. He was 12-9 last year. Then he got hurt early in the season, so Zane will probably be the guy out, and Chris Medlin will probably be gone. I don't know. The Braves pitching and the Padres. Templeton, Winfield, Agon, McGriff, Nevin, Giles, Randy, Reddy, Klesko and Santiago. The rotation: PB, Bullet, Benz, Latos, Hurst, and Hamilton. Injured list: Tony Gwynn out 2 weeks with a separated shoulder. He's your right fielder of note. And Klesko, I think, has had to be drafted in with Gwynn hurt. So that's that. But let's do something fun. We're going to go take a look at the All Star game voting and kind of randomly picking people for the All Star game. I don't know where it is, and I don't. So yeah, cast your ballot. All right. So the American League starting pitchers. I'm gonna go random. Who's starting pitchers? Let's go with Hellickson. Let's go with Fergie Jenkins. And let's go with Ron Guitry. Getting some love. And get Guitry some love, getting them on an all-star ballot. All right, relief pitchers. Let's go with Bob Lee of the 27 Yankees. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bob Lee of the 27 Yankees to get an all-star vote. At catcher, who should I take? Catcher. Oh no, I can make two more guys. Um, JP Howe looks good, and let's go with Willie Hernandez. Let's go with Willie Hernandez. Yeah, so Willie Hernandez is gonna come in. I'm gonna vote catcher. Let's see here. Who do I want as catcher? I'm gonna go with Joe Mauer. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Joe Mauer. First base, we'll go to John Olerud of the '93 Blue Jays. He's got to get a vote into the All Star, right? Because of how he's starting. Second base, I'm going to go with Eddie Collins. I'm going to give him an All Star vote. Third base, Jimmy Fox. Well, he's starting to pick up speed, so Jimmy Fox has got to be my third baseman. Shortstop. Um, I'm gonna go with Nomar. I'm gonna give Nomar my All-Star vote. Could have been Garcia, I know. Shortstop, left field. Let's see. Gotta be Ricky Henderson. So Ricky's gonna get my vote for the All-Star team. Center field. Um, we're gonna go with Griffey. We're gonna give Ken Griffey a vote to make the All-Star team. Right field. He's hurt, but Reggie's gonna get a vote. And DH. Who should be the DH? Mark McGuire, 20 home run guy. So Mark McGuire should get a ballot. National League All Stars. So let's see here. We're gonna go backward. We're gonna go. Well, we'll go the starters and all that. Okay, so starters. Let's see. We got 3 starters. Let's go with Koufax, Kershaw, and Carl Hubble. So yeah, Koufax, Kershaw, and Hubble should get a vote to make the All-Star team. 3 relief pitchers. Hoffman. Kimbrel looks pretty impressive, and Gagne should get a vote into the All-Star team. Catcher. I'm gonna go with Pizza to be my guy for catcher. First base. First base would be Helton. Which Helton? I'm gonna go with Helton to get a All-Star vote for the Rockies. Get himself in the Hall of Fame. Second base. Joe Morgan. Yeah, Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan's gonna get. Joe Morgan should get a vote for me. Third base. I'm gonna go with Mitchell. I'm gonna go with Kevin Mitchell at third base. Short. I'm gonna go with Hanley. I'm gonna go with Hanley at shortstop to get a chance in the All-Star break. Left field will be it's gotta be King Kong Kiner. Kiner's corner. So Kiner will get my left field vote. Center field vote will be Willie Mays, the 322 guy. Stan Musial will play right field. And the DH will be Eddie Matthews. So that's who I'm going to submit. All right. So we will, of course, continue on to the 26th and see if there's any news. Nope, that's all. The team power rankings and all that. And we got our votes out. So Kansas City and the Mets, that would be huge. So some people will be happy getting the All-Star votes from me, but we'll see what ends up happening. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond to do.